Hello, welcome once again, and today we are going to continue from where we left off. We are going to look at the part 2 of the speaking test. So we will try and then squeeze it up in maybe a little bit over 10 minutes, and then if we are not able to do that, then we are going to break and then make it into 2 parts. Please pay attention, and then when you have any questions, you can put them under the video in the comment sections, and then we will discuss your concerns. So the duration of the part 2, okay, let me start with the title of the part 2. The part 2, the speaking test part 2 is called the individual long term. The individual long term. So when we say individual, it means it's you, right? It is your turn now. So we started from the introduction and interview, that is part 1. Now we are here at the individual long term. So it is your turn now to demonstrate to the examiner that you have a lot of skill with respect to the speaking of the English language. The duration is going to be between 3 to 4 minutes, right? And then this is the format of it. Like I said earlier in the introduction, it might be a live test. By live test, I mean you'll be there and the examiner will be there with you in person, right? And the examiner will interact with you. If it is like that, the examiner is going to hand you a piece of paper, and this piece of paper is normally called a task card, right? This piece of paper is called a task card. If it is a video call, if it is through a video call, then the task card, the examiner will tell you that I'm going to display the task card on the screen, and the task card will be displayed on the screen for you to see clearly. If you can't see, you must draw the attention of the examiner to make things clear for you, right? And then there will be pen and pencil, or there will be pen or pencil and the paper on the table for you, right, to use, because you'll be sitting at the table. And on this table, there will be a pen or a pencil, and the paper is they mostly use pencils, but you never know what happens. It will be there for you, right? We are going to show the essence of this. And then next, it says candidate reads and prepare notes. So once the task card is handed to you or it is presented on the screen for you, you read it. And then as you read it, you prepare notes. You prepare on what you are going to say. You are supposed to prepare, to read and prepare in 1 minute, and then deliver your own long term, your individual long term, in 2 minutes. So with the 1 minute, you will use it to read and prepare on the task card, based on the subject or the content of the task card. Then after that, the examiner will tell you to speak. The examiner will expect you to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, right? Not under 1 minute, for 1 to 2 minutes, or may allow you to continue. Okay, now let us go to the next one. So this is a typical example of a task card, right? The one on the right, that is a task card where you have the pointer. So these are the things that you should expect on a task card. It contains an outline of the subject. There is a subject. So in this case, we have a hotel. You are going to describe a hotel you know. So the subject here is a hotel, right? And it may also be assumed as a topic, right, for the task card. And then we have a list of questions, right? In this case, we have 4 questions. The first one is, okay, let us first read the topic and or the subject. Describe a hotel that you know. You should say, it is so easy. They even tell you what they expect from you. They tell you should say where this hotel is, what this hotel looks like, what facilities this hotel has, and explain whether you think this is a nice hotel to stay in. So these are the things they want you to talk about. They want you to provide answers to these things, right? And they want you to put it in a story form. So it's like you describe your experience there, but concentrate on these things. If you have not been to a hotel before, don't worry. You can describe your own house in the sense of a hotel. It is so easy. Never say, I don't know, or I haven't been to a hotel. If you say that, then it means there's nothing to score you on. You are getting 0 here. Or you can say that, I have never been to a hotel, but I remember maybe spending some time with friends when I travel. And then you describe the experience there, right? So if you don't know, what do you know? If you don't know anything about this, tell them what you know. They only need you to talk. You can say that. That is good. So now let's move on. So it contains an outline of the subject, main topic, a list of questions or prompts, about 4 of them. You may be asked to describe a restaurant you like, a book you enjoy, or something you cannot live without. And like I've been saying, the subject of the questions of the speaking test can be on anything. Don't expect anything. Just concentrate on the skill, right, of answering questions. They're applying the full answers, and then giving descriptions or reasons where it is necessary, providing examples, giving details, and speculating when you must. So this is a typical example of a text card. Now let us move on to more information on the preparation, the 1 minute. Like I said, after the task card has been presented to you or handed to you, you have 1 minute to prepare on the task card. And these are the things you must do within the 1 minute. You must read the task card. First, read through first. And then write answers to the questions or prompts using the paper and pencil they have provided you. So you write it in the order of the questions of prompts. So you write until you have exhausted all the prompts on the task card. Keep to the subject as much as possible, but so as not to leave the individual long term void. If you don't know it, then you can tell us what you know. But as much as possible, keep to the subject. You can make up what you have to say. You can make up what you want to say. Like I said, they are not scoring for the truth. They are not scoring how truth what you're saying is. They are scoring your language, your application of the language principles. That is what they are interested in. So, for example, if they ask you to describe a guitar, and you've never played a guitar before, you've never seen a guitar before, what do you know? You can even decide not to say that. Oh, I don't know what a guitar looks like, but I know what a keyboard looks like. You may not say that. You may just describe the keyboard as a guitar, right? So you could just instead of saying it's made up of strings, you could say that it's made up of keys, right? Just use the language, and then you are okay. At the end of the day, they are scoring your language, not the truthfulness of whatever you are saying. Now let us move on. So now we are still on preparation of the notes. Now let's say you are writing. What are you supposed to write as the notes? What are you supposed to put on the paper? Preparation of notes. Continue. Don't write whole sentences. Don't write whole sentences. No. Just use phrases as the answers. So the first question, you put a phrase down to represent what you want to say. right? Use nouns, verbs, and adverbs, and then adjectives. Use content words, right? Use lexical words. They are heavy, they are content, they make a lot of meaning. When you put a single word down, you look at it, and then a lot will come into the mind to deliver as the response. Don't go and be using prepositions and then those things. No. Pronouns and then those. No. If you must write a name down. Right? Put it into phrases, not into full sentences. Because you have just 1 minute to read and prepare. And if you are going to use full sentences to respond to the questions on the given piece of paper, then it means the 1 minute is going to catch up with you, and then you won't be able to write a lot, which will affect your delivery. Separate descriptions and explanation words with gaps and or lines. I will show you why. So, for example, if they ask you that, what are some of the things you experience at the hotel? You write maybe there's a restaurant, then you leave a gap, then you write maybe a pool, then you, so that you know that they are separated and that you must talk about them differently, so that things don't like jumble up together and confuse you. Or you can use lines or strokes to separate them. I'm going to show you a sample. Don't write on the task card. If it is a situation where they hand you a task card, don't write on the task card. They don't want you to write on the task card. That is why they have given you a separate piece of paper. So use that one instead. And then as much as possible, cover all parts of the topics. Make sure you provide responses to all the prompts or questions on the task card. So I will want us to end here. Tomorrow I will add another video, and then we will end with the individual long term. So this is like a part 1 of the part 2 of the IELTS speaking test, which is called individual long term. Thank you.